Hello, everybody. My name is Nadia Speicher, and this right here is my genogram. Okay, we are going to start with my parents. This right here is my dad, and this right here is my mom. My mom and dad are married, and they have been for 27 years. They are both from Germany. Although they actually did not meet out there, they met here in California, years apart. So my dad and mom are married, right? However, they have a distant relationship. And the reason I say they have a distant relationship is because although they live in the same household and they're committed to one another, they live very separate lives. They do separate things. They don't go on vacations together. They don't have hobbies that they do together. They have complete opposite work schedules, and they really just live and exist in their own world. So my parents are not close. Although they're married, they are not close. Okay? My dad and I, however, are very close. We are two peas in a pod. We are extremely similar, and we have a very good bond. I adore my dad. My mom and I, we are also close. We are close, however, we often butt heads. And I don't know if it's just that mother-daughter aspect, that naturally there's tension, or, if it's the fact that we have different opinions and viewpoints from time to time. But I am close to both of my parents, okay? Now, my dad, in his first marriage back in Germany, had my brother Sven. This is Sven right here. He and my dad they have a distant relationship because my dad left the picture when Sven was very young. He was a baby. So they have always had I feel there's always been a bit of animosity, although they do communicate from time to time. They keep in touch with one another. They do get along. They do not fight when they do speak. So I think it's not just the distance, but because, he wasn't there for him when he was growing up. And he left when Sven was very young. So they have a distant relationship. And because of their distant relationship, it naturally just gives Sven and I a different relationship. We're half siblings. We live across the world from one another. When we do talk, it is very lighthearted. We have great conversation, but we just are not close. And my mom and Sven, right here, they get along as well. However, they are not close either. Same thing. When they do speak, it is very friendly. They're kind to one another. No issues at all. However, they just are distant. Now, my mom and my sister, which is my mom's firstborn from her first relationship, which was here in California, that is Natasha. She is my half sister. Natasha and I have a distant relationship. She is my older sister, and although I would love to be closer to one another, it doesn't seem to work out that way because I feel even though she is older than me, I've always had to be the bigger sister, making decisions and, having to just, there's been tension between us just because I feel that the decisions she makes aren't the best decisions, and she should be doing and wanting better for herself, but I can't seem to understand why she doesn't want that. I want that for her and she doesn't want that, so it naturally just causes conflict between the two of us. So, and then my half-sister and my half-brother, Sven and Natasha, they have a distant relationship as well. They have spoken from time to time. They'll have casual conversation here and there, but they're simply not close. And my dad and my sister, my dad and Natasha, my dad would be her stepdad, and they have a distant relationship. My dad has been there for her, helped her out on numerous occasions, just been there and emotionally, she used to live with us at a point, just everything you could imagine. He has been a great stepfather. However, they are distant. They don't have, she contacts my dad, from time to time when she needs something. So they just kind of have a distant relationship. And I talk to my parents. I put in that time and effort, not just when I need something. So I think that at times bothers my dad, and he feels it and knows it. So I think they just naturally have, a little bit of tension as well. Okay. Now, let me see if I got everything. Okay. So now we have me, myself, and my fiance, Enrique. We are in a committed relationship. That's what that line is right there. Committed relationship. My fiance is extremely close to his parents. So my fiance's name is Enrique, and his dad is Enrique as well. because they are Hispanic, and Hispanic culture is very common to pass down names. That's what we did here. So Enrique is close to his father, who is also Enrique, and close to his mother, who is Martha. And then his parents are very close. They do everything together. And they are married and have been for 35 years. So that, because of them, I met my fiance, and they have a large family. I'm talking hundreds of people, aunts, uncles, cousins beyond belief that I don't even, still haven't met till this day. And the family is just ginormous. Whereas my side is very small. It starts and stops right here because my father does not talk to his siblings at all. So it means I don't talk to any aunts or uncles, and then none of my cousins. And my mom, so my dad has 3 siblings, so he doesn't talk to any of them. And my mom has 7 siblings, and she only talks to 2 of them. And both of their parents, which would be my grandparents, passed away years and years ago. So although it falls off there and it's, kind of a dead end, it picks up right here and comes back in full effect and full circle because my fiance, I am now going to be a part of this huge loving family. So there we go. That is my genogram.